Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 8th grade curriculum picks for the 2024 to 2025 school year. Recently, I shared my 4th grade curriculum picks, and a while back, I shared pre-K and kindergarten. So if you're interested in those, go and check those out as well. So I have an upcoming 8th grader, and if you saw my 4th grade curriculum picks video, I shared a similar sentiment where I gave the disclaimer that I am not concerned about choosing the grade level that my child is technically at, but instead moving at our own pace and not feeling at all like they are behind as a result. To recap what I said in that last curriculum picks video, we are more of an unschooling style family. We do a lot of travel schooling. We learn from a variety of different curriculums and resources, books, field trips, and a variety of learning experiences. So we do not do our curriculum every day or typically not even 4 days a week. So a standard curriculum that is intended for the entire school year is going to take us longer. So it's not that it is too hard for them. It is not because they are unable to complete it. It is just because we want to do different unit studies together or art projects and field trips and travel and all of those different things. I don't feel the need to add those on top of the workload that they already have. I am okay with varying them or rotating them. And so that is what we typically do. We do not have a specific schedule in which we do math at a certain time and language arts at a certain time and all of those things. So I share all of that as a preface, not because I feel the need to explain myself, but for those of you that may be in a similar situation, or for some of you that may feel the pressure to stay on grade level, let me just tell you that as a former public school and private school teacher, it is a bit of a smokescreen. So I can tell you that I taught from 5th grade to 10th grade language arts in both public and private school. And sure, those children were in that grade level, but the amount of kids that were technically on grade level was as various as the children and their personalities themselves. So they might be years behind in terms of grade level when it comes to reading comprehension or reading level or writing or whatever it may be. And I can tell you also that the curriculum that I'm going to share with you today is very in-depth and very thorough. And the average public school child, I would go out on a limb, and even private school child, I would go out on a limb to say that this is above grade level. So I wanted to give you that preface before I share with you what I've chosen for my upcoming 8th grader, because you will find that it is not level 8 curriculum, and I have no issue with that whatsoever. So just kind of to answer those questions ahead of time, I wanted to give you that disclaimer. So what I am not going to be sharing with you today are all the various books and unit studies and field trips and all of those things that we'll be doing, but I am going to share with you the core curriculum that I've selected for him. And so for his language arts, he will be doing language arts and literature level 7 from the Good and the Beautiful. So what this comes with is the course book. And I love that the Good and the Beautiful is so easy to follow. They are open and go lessons. And at his level, he is really independent. Don't get bored with the structure, but there is still a consistent structure and format that they can come to expect. And it covers, instead of having to have all of these different curriculums for all of these different subjects, even just multiple different subjects of language arts, this curriculum covers literature, grammar and usage, punctuation, art, geography, spelling, vocabulary, and writing. So I do not want a different reading curriculum, writing curriculum, grammar curriculum, spelling, that is not for me. I love that it is all woven together so beautifully because you use those things together. They are not separated in real life. So for me, why are we doing that when we're learning them? So while you'll have isolated practice within, they are woven together so beautifully in the Good and the Beautiful's curriculum. And as someone who has taught language arts for grades 5 through 10, I feel like I have a solid credibility for making that claim. So this is the regular course book. Then they have the course companion, and this is going to give them information on different things like sentence diagramming, infinitive phrases, interjections. There are readings in here that they'll find for certain lessons, biographies, all different things in here that goes along with, and then also answer keys in here as well. So these go along with the main course. And then there is also a classics reader that they will be directed to go to for some of their readings throughout the curriculum as well. So that is what he will be using for language arts this upcoming school year. And then for math, he is going to be doing Math Level 7 from the Good and the Beautiful. This is a newer course for them. They did not previously have math at this high of a level, and so I'm so excited that they've actually been coming out with curriculum that allows me to continue him in this math. We'll be really sad if he finishes this and they don't have the next level, because that means we'll have to choose a different math, and we have loved the Good and the Beautiful so far. I love that at his math level, he has video lessons, so he is completely independent for his math. So he does not really need me. Like, I check in with him, I oversee it, we touch base about it, but he does not need me for his lessons, which I think is kind of like a nice progression for him as he gets into those middle school and even high school years. So for levels 4 through 7, they have video lessons, and even though you can see that it is looking more mature, so that they feel like it is growing with them, it is still beautiful, full color, 120 lessons. And instead of being one giant course book, they are separated into 4. So this is Unit 1, lessons 1 through 30. Unit 2, lessons 31 through 60. Unit 3, lessons 61 through 90. And then Unit 4, lessons 91 through 120. And then you have the answers and solutions manual for all 4 units here. And then they have a scratch pad as well that they can use for problems that they need to use it for. And so I am really excited for him. Like I said, this covers a variety of different subjects, not just language arts and math, but we will also be adding in different unit studies that we'll do together as a family, or other independent interest-led topics and books and field trips that my 8th grader may be interested in for next year. So I will be sharing more of those as the school year gets closer, but these are the core curriculums that I'll be using for my 8th grader this upcoming school year. Something that I think is so amazing about the Good and the Beautiful's curriculum as well is that you can get their curriculum for free. So you could get the hard copies for purchase on their website, or you could get their core curriculum for levels K through 7 in both math and language arts for free as a PDF download. It's great if you want to just be able to print it on your own, print as you go, or if you want to try out the curriculum before purchasing the hard copies. You could print out any number of lessons and try them with your child to see if it is a good fit. And you can also use it as a way to test out the different levels to see which level you would want to get them for the upcoming school year, especially if you weren't previously using the Good and the Beautiful. You're either just starting out homeschooling, or you're trying a different curriculum, or you're switching curriculums. It is a great way to be able to test it out before you purchase. So if you are interested in checking out either of these curriculums that I shared, or any of the different core curriculums or unit studies or books from the Good and the Beautiful, they are linked right down in the description box below. Let me know if you have any questions, or if your child has used either of these curriculums before. I'd love to hear about it. I hope to see you soon in one of my next videos, and until next time, stay rooted.